Hello, beautiful tribe. My name is Emily Potter, and I'm the director of the Million Kisses Foundation and also the Lightworker Musicians Tribe. And do you want to know why this is a fantastic day? Because one of you is going to watch this video, and where you might have otherwise been a wishy-washy person, you will start making decisions based on what we talk about today. So I have this humongous thrill in my heart right now that's going to be exploding on your laptop or on your phone or however you're watching this, because I am so excited that you are going to be making a decision, that one person out there, because of my efforts in supporting that today. So I am having the best day in the whole wide world, and I cannot wait to talk to you about this. This is so exciting for me. So are you someone who struggles with making decisions? This is something that we struggle with in our tribe and in our culture of flowing. Now, I'm all about the flow. Please don't hear that I'm saying otherwise. What I know in my own experience is that when your soul's purpose calls, the flow works when you have no resistance. And when you say yes and you make a decision, what you do is actually take everything off the table and you go forward. And that's the flow, is that you're becoming aligned with the flow and going forward. So there's no resistance with your fears and your blocks and your barriers and your beliefs and your limitations. That's not flow. So it's doing a disservice for you to think that you are in the flow by not making decisions. That is an erroneous thought. So to make a decision based on the arrow, on the compass of your soul's purpose leading you, that is flow. That is exciting. That's you overcoming things that are limiting you. So I want to tell you my own experience, and I'm going to give you 3 ways that the universe talks to us and encourages us and prompts us. Life really continues to talk even if we don't listen. And sometimes it comes in 3 different ways. And this is my own personal experience. I like to call this the feather, the hammer, and the earthquake. So an example of a feather is you wake up in the morning and you have these promptings, these whispers, just that little whisper. And then it's supported by talking to a friend, and then they say something really aligned. And then you go on Facebook and you see a meme or someone saying something that supports that whisper that you received. And it's like a little feather just on your cheek, really soft and sweet and lovely. And then you watch a live video about someone talking about making a decision based on a feather because your heart talked to you that morning saying, I actually know that I get to make a decision in this way. And with contrast, what you don't want. So the contrast could be something very sweet and not even painful at all, that you have that job and you like the job okay, that you get to go to this job, and you don't like it enough that it's fulfilling your soul's purpose though. So you get to have that feather of that contrast of like, it's just not exact. And so the action is that you just want to push snooze, just a little feather, just a little snooze button, so that you just delay having to go into this job that doesn't fulfill you. These are examples of feathers. And if you do not listen to those things, your soul will continue to encourage and prompt you forward to make a decision. So then you don't listen. Again, this is my own personal experience, where then it comes like a hammer, little hammer, not too painful, but just ow, just a little bit of a knock, hammering something in your life that it hurts just a little bit more. An example of a hammer is that you get sick, so that you have to stay home and think about things differently, and the relief you feel about having to not go into that job, and that feels so good. So now you can stay home and play your instrument and you just created something fantastic, and the universe is like, see, doesn't that feel so good to be a full-time person because you're a little bit sick, so you can't go to this job that doesn't fulfill you. Another example of a hammer, just a little bit of a hammer, just ow, just ouch, is that you get a new assignment at work that you very much dislike. Once again, this was my personal experience. And you are just getting more and more confirmation that this is not where you want to be. This does not fulfill you, but it doesn't hurt enough. So you just stay there longer. So then life says, I want to continue to get your attention. That your soul's purpose is continuing to talk, and you haven't been listening to the feathers and you haven't been listening to the hammers. So now we're going to send in an earthquake. Earthquakes are those who get fired from your job, and you might think that's a travesty, just horrible, and you're scared. And the reason why is because you didn't create a strategy of what would happen if you actually were going forward with your soul's purpose. So the earthquake came, and this is the best news ever, that your soul's purpose is saying, at last, you have an earthquake, the equivalent of an earthquake in your life, and you are just rooted up completely. You have nothing besides, that's my alarm telling me something awesome, and I'm going to stop. Yeah, so the earthquake came in and served you, because your soul's purpose is going to continue to get your attention. Life is still going to continue to beep, beep, beep as big as it can to say, listen, listen. And so your opportunity, if you struggle in making a decision, that's okay. Life is going to continue to get your attention. The question then is up to you. What do you want your life experience to look like? How much misery are you willing to put up with? Now, I'm going to tell you, in my own experience, I've had enough hammers and earthquakes in my life, as many of you have, that I have made a contract with the universe, a very sacred ceremony that I created with the universe, that I have decided that my life is feathers, which is where I am with you right now. Perhaps you are in that place where it's not painful enough, but yet you don't want the earthquakes. Maybe you do want the earthquakes. I have a couple of friends in my life who actually wait for the earthquakes because they like that feeling of feeling alive and that drama. They like that. It feels good to them because it means that they're alive. And we all really want that evidence of being alive. I get that. So if that's your experience, then by all means, do that. But know that you are the creator of your experience, and know that your soul's purpose is going to continue to talk wherever you are, whether it's the feathers, the hammers, or the earthquakes. So if you decide that you're not actually that interested in having big hammers or earthquakes, and you want to eliminate that level of misery so that you are proactively making choices towards your soul's purpose, that is an option for you as the creator of your reality. And I want to ask you, did you know that you are not a victim of these things? Everything is here to serve you. And your soul's purpose will consistently be talking with you and will get your attention. So I'm talking to those specifically who knows that music, the music medicine within you, does get to be the more of a primary focus for you, and that you have not yet made decisions or a strategy or a creation to have that be manifested because you are limiting yourself. Life is talking to you right now. If you are ready to actually create that in the space of a feather, then this might be something for you to really look at. Your opportunity to make decisions now with feathers, just sweet little feathers on your cheeks. That sounds really good to me. I love it that way. So I want to share that with you. And that if you are ready actually to make the next step in that feather space, and you know that you feel curious about making a decision in holding accountability for that space, because sometimes feathers are not that motivating, because it's just a nice little feather. You can just go on with your life. But if you want to consistently make that change and that momentum happen in that aligned flow with a joyful, gentle ease, that's available to you. Now, if you know that you want to go to the next level with your music medicine and getting your music medicine out there and having the tools to do that full-time in a long-term kind of way, and you would like accountability to make sure that you have the tools and you have that forward momentum, reach out to me and we will see if you and I are a vibrational match to work together. So that's my invitation for you. I am so excited because I know that because of this, somebody there is going to make a decision. And I don't care how much misery, I mean, of course I care, but your soul's purpose, I trust it so deeply, so wholeheartedly that it doesn't actually matter how much misery you choose to do. Your soul's purpose is going to continue to talk. And I'm so excited that somehow, some way, you're going to be making decisions for that, because that's you living your soul's contribution for the whole, for the betterment of humanity and for the earth and for the world and for the reason why you're on the planet. And that serves me in return as someone who's in your tribe, as someone who's a fellow human who is inspired by people who are brave in that way. So this is my motivation, and I look forward to those who are going to feel that they want to make a decision in reaching out to me, and I look forward to talking to you then. Lots of love to my beautiful tribe today. I'll talk to you later.